This story is named Maria and Josephina's Adventure. It's suitable for lower intermediate and intermediate learners. Maria was a young girl who lived in a small village in Spain. She loved her cat Josephina very much and always took her everywhere. One morning, Maria decided to go for a walk in the forest near her home. She put Josephina in a basket and set off. The forest was full of beautiful trees and flowers. Maria enjoyed listening to the birds and smelling the fresh air. She walked deeper and deeper into the forest, following a small path. She did not notice that she was getting farther and farther away from the village. After a while, Maria realized that she was lost. She looked around and saw nothing but trees. She did not recognize the path or the surroundings. She started to feel scared and worried. She took Josephina out of the basket and hugged her. "Don't worry, Josephina," she said. "We will find our way home. Let's keep walking, and maybe we will see someone who can help us." She put Josephina back in the basket and continued walking. She hoped to find a sign or a landmark that would guide her back to the village. She walked for a long time, but she did not see anyone or anything familiar. She started to feel hungry and thirsty. She wished she had brought some food and water with her. She wondered if her parents were looking for her. She was about to give up when she saw a small house in the distance. It looked old and cozy, with a chimney and a garden. Maria felt a surge of hope. Maybe there was someone living there who could help her. She ran towards the house, holding the basket tightly. She knocked on the door and waited. The door opened, and an old woman appeared. She had gray hair and kind eyes. She smiled when she saw Maria. "Hello, dear," she said. "Who are you, and what are you doing here?" Maria felt relieved to hear a friendly voice. She introduced herself and told the woman her story. The woman listened patiently and nodded. "I see," she said. "You are very brave, Maria. And is this your cat, Josephina? She is very cute." She invited Maria inside the house. The house was warm and cozy, with a fireplace and a lot of books. The woman introduced herself as Teresa. "I live here alone," she said. "I like the forest and the animals. I don't get many visitors, so I'm happy to see you." She offered Maria some food and water. Maria thanked her and ate eagerly. Maria shared some of her food with Josephina, who purred happily. Teresa asked Maria more questions about herself and her village. Maria told her about her family, her friends, and her school. Teresa told Maria stories about her life in the forest, how she had moved there after her husband died, how she had learned to grow vegetables and herbs, and how she made friends with the birds and the squirrels. They talked for a long time, laughing and learning from each other. Teresa showed Maria around the house, pointing out interesting things like paintings, photographs, and souvenirs. She also showed her the garden, where she grew flowers and vegetables. She let Maria help water the plants and pick some fruits. They had fun together, enjoying each other's company. As the sun began to set, Teresa said it was time for Maria to go home. "I'm sure your parents are worried about you," she said. "Don't worry, I know how to get you back to your village." She gave Maria a map and explained how to follow it. She also gave her a hug and a gift, a necklace with a pendant shaped like a cat. "This is for you," she said. Maria thanked Teresa for everything, for helping her, for feeding her, for being kind to her. She hugged Teresa back and said goodbye. She put Josephina in the basket again and followed Teresa's instructions. She walked through the forest until she saw the lights of the village. She ran towards them, feeling happy and relieved. She found her house and knocked on the door. Her parents opened it and hugged her. They were overjoyed to see her safe and sound. They asked her where she had been and what had happened. Maria told them everything: how she had gotten lost in the forest, how she had met Teresa, how they had spent the day together. Her parents listened with amazement and gratitude. They thanked Teresa in their hearts for taking care of their daughter. They also admired Maria's necklace and praised her courage. They told her they loved her very much. If you like this story, please press the like button. If you want to hear more stories like this in the future, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take care.